For decades, the high cost and extreme difficulty of writing production software protected established tech companies. It took massive engineering teams and years of development just to get a product into the market, creating a formidable fortress wall against competition. The software as a service model thrived on this friction. Most businesses simply couldn't build their own specialized tools from scratch, so they paid a premium to rent them from vendors who had already navigated the engineering grind. AI coding agents have now burst through that defensive barrier. By allowing almost anyone to generate functional software in minutes, these tools have essentially removed the technical friction that once dictated market value. This shift has triggered a culture of tokenmaxxing, a frantic drive to maximize AI output at all costs. Instead of mastering the tools, many tech workers have become reverse centaurs, burning out as they struggle to keep pace with the machine's infinite rate of production. When software becomes that easy to build, code loses its status as a protected asset. It is now a cheap, instantly disposable commodity. But there is a massive gap between generating code and generating value. Despite the record-breaking speed of AI generation, 95% of enterprise AI pilots are currently failing to deliver a measurable return on investment. Startups are struggling to find a foothold, while developers find themselves trapped in a cycle of hyper-production that produces more software than the market can actually use. If a single person can now use an AI agent to build a working application in 20 minutes, the entire definition of value in the tech industry has to change. When the cost to produce software drops towards zero, the competitive advantage of having a large engineering team evaporates. In this environment, the real economic value lies in the human judgment required to make that software useful. The pressure to move fast has led to the rise of vibe coding. This is the practice of letting AI generate massive, complex systems while a human operator blindly pushes buttons, operating on a general feeling rather than a deep understanding of the logic. This creates a dangerous shortcut. Crude AI prototypes are being pushed directly into live production environments, leaving organizations to run on thousands of lines of code that no one in the building actually comprehends. This graph illustrates the industry-wide impact. Notice the massive upward spike in software production volume. At the same time, human comprehension of that code is falling toward the bottom of the chart, creating a massive accumulation of unmaintainable slop. Organizations are trying to hide this rot by purchasing shiny new AI wrappers and leaning into the latest trends. This third line shows how spending on buzzwords tracks perfectly with production volume, even as actual comprehension remains flatlined at the bottom. Relying on raw velocity creates a leaky abstraction. It builds an illusion of progress that collapses the moment the AI makes a critical error that no human is qualified to fix. These errors happen because AI agents face a strict bottleneck. While a large language model can write boilerplate code, it cannot generate the specific business context required to make that code effective. Many companies ignore this through data LARPing, the process of running endless proofs of concept and pretending to do complex work while failing to produce any reliable ground truth business intelligence. Autonomous AI is starving for clean data. This schematic shows an AI node attempting to pull information from a chaotic web of unorganized databases. Without a clear structure to follow, the agent is forced to guess, resulting in a disastrous hallucination. The irony is that many organizations are rushing to implement autonomous agents before they have even mastered a basic revenue dashboard. When that chaotic data snaps into a clean hierarchy, the AI can finally pull a verified data stream and actually perform the work it was hired to do. Deploying AI on a broken foundation only accelerates the rate of error. The technology surfaces the deep technical debt of organizations that focused on tools while ignoring their data basics. To survive the AI era, we have to look for where the friction went. In a world of automated output, defensibility and competitive moats now exist exclusively where work is still difficult for a machine. If a large language model can replicate a task for fractions of a penny, that task is no longer a viable foundation for a business model or a career. The response to this is brain-maxing. This is the deliberate choice to step back from the screen and do deep cognitive work. It means mastering the complex fundamentals, like data modeling and system architecture, that AI cannot yet automate. The successful tech professional of the next decade will be someone with deep domain expertise, who uses AI strictly as an amplifier rather than a substitute for their own critical thinking. We are moving away from an era where success was defined by managing huge, bloated engineering teams. The new standard is a small, elite team operating with flawless data hygiene and a deep understanding of their business context. The widespread use of AI will punish professionals who rely on surface-level knowledge, while rewarding those who understand the underlying gravity of their craft. In a hype-driven industry, fundamentals